The late adopter. Hi guys, welcome to the Bitcoin Daily Show. Unfortunately, a little bit late, but I had to count the money. So now I'm not counting. There was just too much money to be counted. Unfortunately, I thought it was gonna take just a couple of minutes, but it took like 15 minutes. So this stuff happens, so I had to do that. Hello everybody, welcome to the Bitcoin almost daily, every single day. Almost every single day when we try to get it done. What day is today? Tuesday, so we missed yesterday. That's something, we missed yesterday. So we're gonna see what's happening today. It's going like up, down, and I feel a little bit sad, not actually because of Bitcoin, but mostly because of my title, because I obviously can't type and spell and stuff like that. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sad myself about that. That said, before we start, Martin Kobilis, welcome to TF Fans Club, man. Enjoy the green name, enjoy the the emojis, and since it's your first time here, you get to pick the coin. You get to pick what we're gonna look at, man. Okay. Thanks for joining. We got a new TF Fans Club member today. Actually, it's not first time. That's 2 months, but he rejoined. So technically, you don't get the opening present, but I'll give you this time. It's okay. It's all good. Now let's see who's in the chat. The center player. What's up? I don't know if you still hear it because I've been away for a while. Martin, Sasho, and Bjornar. Morning. How's everybody doing? There is also some other guys here with the white names. So there's that. So somebody in the chat says, why is Jasmine pumping so much? It's not pumping so much, it's having a bounce towards that cat bounce. Nothing goes a straight line towards downside, so you get these moves like this over here, so that happens. There is difference between what's something getting a dead cat bounce and something pumping. There is difference. There was also somebody saying something in the chat, I think I forgot. Loving the new clip feature on YouTube. Can't say I've seen it before. Yeah, that's the new thing. So on the YouTube, by the way, the last question by Isaac Esminov. If you want to read a nice story, that's the one for you. YouTube, the late adopter videos, somewhere up here. There we go. So there is probably some I think I have to be logged in. So there is a new feature called clip on YouTube. So if you want to clip my videos and post on the Twitter, Instagram and stuff like that, you're welcome to do that. Any kind of exposure is good exposure, right? Interesting time for live. Look like something's gonna happen. Yeah, interesting time for live, but I'm not quite sure about that. So usually these things take a little bit more time, but you can see here we got a little bit overly bullish up here, unfortunately right back down again, and right now going on the downside down here. But if you look at this on the daily time frame, you'll see that we had a bullish engulfing, we went down, bullish engulfing candle above the 10 moving average, came to the resistance, right now just pulling back. So this candle has the close. Now if this candle for whatever reason pulls back up here above the 10 moving average and we stay up here, we just might cross this and continue towards the upside. So this doesn't look like it's very bearish right now. I don't think it's gonna happen today. I think it's too early for this to happen today. I think we need a daily close below the support line actually to start dumping on the downside. If you're gonna dump on the downside, of course, we need a daily close on the downside. Now this daily close is not gonna close until 15 hours, 16 more hours. So nothing much is happening down here. But it is a real shakeout because you see here go down, right up there, right down, right up, right down, right up, down. So this move, like this shakeout move that's happening over here, it's pretty volatile. It's coming to end. It's coming to end. You can see that the pumps are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So something's gonna happen pretty soon, and the question is whether this is gonna be on the downside or towards the upside, right? That's the question. But I don't think it's gonna happen today. It could happen today because we are bleeding a little bit, bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hourly going down to the support, breaking support on the downside right now. It could happen today, but I think it's just a little bit too early, especially when you're looking at the daily time frame down here. it's a little bit too early to say that this is gonna break on downside, because you need this daily close below the certain levels, right? You need the daily close below certain levels and down here, and once this close on the downside like over here, then we can expect some movement on the downside, right? But you can see here we close below the line. Technically this wasn't the line, these are wrong lines. I'm gonna show you the lines. Where are the lines? Was this one up here? Where did we draw the line? Yesterday we were talking about the lines, and you know, let's it was something like this up here. Just remove. This is the line on the bottom side. So technically we are not below the we're still not below the line yet. So you can see it went down or right back up again. So I would say, you know, we need this daily close to close down here in this area somewhere for this to be bearish, but it's not bearish just yet. You know, it is some kind of, you know, shakeout up here that's happening, but it's not very bearish just yet. Weekly time frame, you can see this you know, 1 2 3 4 you know, candles just getting pushed by this 10 moving average, just kind of waiting. So you're not gonna wait until, you know, it breaks on the downside or suddenly starts popping towards the upside. You know, it's either or, right? I'm looking, you know, if we start going towards the upside, I'm looking again at this 46,000 level to be a immense resistance up here, immense resistance, because that's the 20 and the 50 moving average on the weekly time frame right now on at 36,000 level. Right now we're sitting up here, but you know, coming all the way up there and closing somewhere there, it's good. Closing above 42,000 would be, you know, great, because you are getting this, you know, higher high up here. So, you know, closing a weekly time frame above 42 to 4 actually it's 42,420, getting above there, you know, closing up here, that would be very nice. Also, this might have acted as some kind of, you know, double bottom if we can do that, and then getting above this 46,000, above all the moving averages on the weekly time frame would make the chart be very bullish towards the upside. So this is either some kind of accumulation range or consolidation range before we fall out of this triangle, fall you know, below certain levels on downside, and so forth. But I don't think that's gonna happen today. Yes, we're not gonna talk about too much about weekly, but you know, weekly still has what's that, Tuesday, so it's still got like 5 days left to close, and we'll see actually how this actually closes, you know, once we start getting closer to the weekend. But right now I don't see, you know, fear anything that's, you know, big is gonna happen today, because we started above the moving averages. So oftentimes if you have these big dumps, first you go below the moving averages, then you go slowly below the line, and then you dump big time, right? So you have to move below the support. So we got two big supports up here. This is support and this support, and only way you can know if the support is broken if the daily close is below the supports, and we are not there yet, you know. So until we have daily close, that means tomorrow nothing is gonna happen. We could, you know, dump down, but you know, still nothing is gonna happen, you know. No big move. You can have, technically this would be a move like 7% or something like that, and that would be bad, but first you have to have this 7% move before you actually have a big dump on the downside, right? So I don't think, you know, anything special is gonna happen over there. Let's see. Let's see a little bit what's happening with DXY, and we're gonna look at this on the weekly time frame. So you'll see here that DXY, this is you know, dollar strength. So we have inflation, everybody's talking about inflation, but it's not inflation because they are printing more money, because dollar is actually going through the roof, right? So everything else is getting, you know, either smacked down or these, you know, higher, because they're saying we are having inflation because things are getting more expensive, but they're not getting more expensive because we are printing more money. They're getting more expensive because we have they're getting more expensive because we have chain supply problems, we have war, we have, you know, people, you know, corona, you know, closing down countries, not right yet, right now, but you know, there are problems in the world that are pushing the prices up. You know, the supply chain problems are pushing the prices up, so they can print more money. Printing more money doesn't do anything, because they can print so much money because the prices are going so much high up because everything's getting more expensive. You know, supply and demand. So dollar is actually gaining value. It's been gaining value all the way up here to something like 99.4 100 on this US dollar currency index DXY, and you can see here that we broke a very important line up here. Let me try to zoom out a little bit up here, and this is the line I drew. Let me just remove everything. So, you know, there are several ways to draw the line, but I drew it like this, you know, and technically we are at the resistance right now. Give or take, we are at the resistance right now. Yeah, this is line because it was kicking these stop. So DXY technically right now is hitting the resistance. If DXY for whatever reason should break this resistance to the rolled upside, we might expect, you know, dollar to, you know, just go crazy and the value of the dollar to increase immensely towards the upside. So now that everything is getting more expensive, dollar is also getting more expensive. And let's go a little bit back on time up here. And now that means deflation, but it looks like it's inflation, but it's inflation. Dollar going towards upside, it's deflation because dollar is gaining value, but it should be down here because we are having technically inflation in the world, but we are not having money inflation. We are having, you know, supply chain problems that are causing the prices to go through the roof, right? They're still printing more money, but deflation is happening. So somebody's saying we are having deflation, but these things are wrong. These things are wrong. What we are having is just, you know, dollar gaining value big time towards the upside up here. Might be a little bit overextended from the moving averages right now, so might consolidate up here. We're gonna see how this actually plays out, but it's definitely still in a steep option. On the weekly time frame, there are no divergence up here. It's still getting bullish cross, so everything looks good for more continuation towards the upside. Let's see here on the weekly time frame, just quickly up here. Do we have anything? Nah, everything looks good and nice. This is just crossing zero line. So this looks like dollar is still going to continue kicking value towards the upside. That means bad news for Bitcoin. Unfortunately, it means bad news for Bitcoin when dollar is going towards the upside. So, you know, how will this affect, you know, Bitcoin in the short term? We'll see that. On the daily time frame, yeah, it didn't do anything. It actually there are no divergences down here, so it looks nice. It looks like dollar value is gonna go up. Now there is one thing I want to talk to you about, and that's oil. Oil is right now down minus 4%. You can see here still bleeding on the downside. Gold is down minus 1%, still bleeding on the downside. So we had this, you know, so on gold, I made a video on YouTube. If you go back here, go to YouTube, and I made a video called Warren Buffett buying oil. This one up here, Warren Buffett buying oil, and I explain why I think that, you know, oil prices might go down, and I'm gonna explain to you what I found out so far. So Warren Buffett bought 6.8 billion worth of oil, right? And I said that this might, you know, just go on the downside because everybody was saying that it's gonna go to 150. You know, up here is 150. Somebody was even saying it might go as high up as at 300 up here. You know, oil might explode towards the upside, and I said yes, but no, because, you know, they're trying to hurt Russia economically, so they cannot have high gas price. So over here, this looks to me like some kind of you know, bump and run pattern up here. So bump and run pattern is, you know, slow go up, you bump up there, you go down, you break this line, and then you run. This, so you know, you bump and then you run, right? So this is a reversal pattern up here. If you cross down this support line down here on the downside, oil just might, you know, have this run on the downside, you know, and bleed towards downside. So why did I say that this, you know, the oil might go down now that Russia Ukraine is having a war? Is because they're trying to hurt Russia economically. You can see what's happening with Russian sanctions and stuff like that, right? So I said the only thing that Russia has now is oil and gas, and they're gonna try to, you know, try to maybe cut them off from that source of income. And I just heard yesterday that the US is making deal with Venezuela and Iran about oil. So it's gonna be interesting if they do anything there, because, you know, they don't like actually to make deals with Iran and Venezuela, but they're gonna do this time. They're gonna make these countries very rich just to punish Russia, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see if that happens, and the rumors of that is right now pushing the price down, the way I see it. So, you know, up here people got pretty scared, explode towards the upside, went up 50%, right back down again. If this happens, we are getting in this you know, bump and run pattern on oil. Gold is also, although gold is going up, and we can see here it's still in the uptrend up here. There is definitely no problem with gold yet. It can definitely go a little bit down. Now the gold is a little bit harder to manipulate than oil. Oil, you know, you just make new deals and oil goes up and down, the price of oil. But gold is a little bit more difficult. But also gold is one of these things that can affect the, you know, economy of Russia. So, you know, I'm not very 100% bullish on oil, but it is it does look better. Let's see here on the weekly time frame, and you can see on the weekly time frame for oil there is no problem yet, right? There is no problem. We just go up, we just got coming back down to the 10 moving average down here. So we are not actually breaking it on the downside yet. So technically we are still in a steep option. It's only if you start breaking this option up here. Let me pull it on the weekly time frame. Maybe it's gonna be nicer, something like that. Maybe if you start breaking this 10 moving average on the oil on the downside, then we are breaking some kind of trend. But we got a secondary trend down here to the 70k and so forth, that can bounce towards the upside. Really doesn't matter. But oil is volatile. It's pulling back right now. So, you know, supply chains in the world, you know, Russia-Ukraine war. What more do we have? You know, Corona is coming back with the new variant probably soon. Right now it's summer, so I think over summer it's gonna come, something new is gonna probably hit. Then we're gonna have a financial crisis. Then we're gonna have this and that, you know, all kinds of banks, you know. So the question is, how will Bitcoin do? How will Bitcoin do? Is this the bottom for Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin, you know, somehow gonna, you know, prevail and bounce towards the upside? Unfortunately, I've been saying this right now a couple of times. The hugging of the support, these are this is a resistance line, this is support line. We are hugging the support line more than resistance line, which I don't like, especially in these kind of triangles. It's kind of going just hugging down here and waiting for some kind of move towards the downside. So you know, I don't like that, but you know, I'm looking at any time we can get above these moving averages up here, maybe there is a chance, you know, to big pump towards the upside. So I'm 50-50. I don't really know what's gonna happen long term. Right now I'm just waiting for any kind of breakout. When is in the chat? Give it to me. Give me some hopium, please. Yeah. Is it time to sell Rune and buy back at 6? We have big resistance right now. I don't know about Rune, man. I don't know about Rune. Damn John, hello, welcome in here. Just me pump because of Binance trade offer. It's probably some kind of pump up because it's bleeding like crazy. It's bleeding like 96% already. Something bleeding this fast on the downside, you know, eventually will have a, you know, big move towards it. I really don't care about Jasmine. I'm gonna show you why I don't care about Jasmine. You know, normal coins are down like 80%, good coins are down like 70%. Very good coins are maybe not down at all, like Luna. Luna is not down at all. Luna is at right now, you know, from all-time high. Luna is down 13%. Just so you guys know, Luna is down 13% from all-time high. You know, but these good coins, maybe Cardano. I don't know if you want to call Cardano a good coin, but you know, these good coins are down something like 76%, right? BNB is down something like, let's go from all-time high. 53%, right? So you got these good coins that are not down that much, and then you got Jasmine, right? Then you got Jasmine, and Jasmine is down. It's not from all-time high, just from a top up here to down here. It's down 96%. So when something gets down to 96%, you're gonna have eventually, you know, nice pump towards the upside. Just like over here, there is a pump, there is a pump. There's a little pump up here, nothing pump, and then you got this big pump up here. But you know, it's still a pump. There is no consolidation pattern. There is no accumulation zone. There is nothing. It's just like pump. Usually these fast quick pumps come through because traders, you know, go long on the trade, and this is kind of some kind of, you know, let's just wait for the moving averages to continue dumping on the downside. So this doesn't look good at all to me. This doesn't. I just want to say that. Anyways, guys, it's gonna be a short video today. Anybody got any questions? Go fast. Well, accumulation now, so I think the bottom is there. It could be a bottom. It could be, well, accumulation phase. Now, unfortunately, this looks like, you know, continuation pattern in a downtrend. So we're gonna see how it actually plays out. Triangles in a downtrend. Triangles, you know, accumulation patterns, you know, generally. So we're gonna see that. Bits goes down, most coins will go down as well. Of course, most coins will go down as well. It is looking super bullish. I don't know about Ethereum looking super bullish, man. I don't know about Ethereum looking super bullish. I don't know about that. The trend line is not broken. Nothing's happening with Ethereum yet. It's at 2.5, unfortunately. Okay, guys, we're gonna end it there. I gotta go do stuff. I got stuff to do. Anyways, thanks for stopping by Bitcoin Daily. How is Shiba doing? More of nothing. Yeah, let's check out Shiba. Hey, you know, long time since I looked at Shiba. Yeah, more of nothing, unfortunately. But it did break this downtrend. So you gotta let's see. This downtrend should be something like this up here, maybe give or take. So you can see it did break this downtrend towards the upside, but it's still continuing this downtrend up here. So what is happening right now is having secondary downtrend, which needs to be followed. I mean, let's just remove these lines a little bit up here. So right now, you know, if you want to, you know, this pump, it needs to break this line, but right now there is this downtrend down here, give or take. Something like this, give or take. There is this, maybe we should start over here. You have this downtrend over here, it needs to break that, needs to break this up here, and then it can, you know, boom towards the upside, right? So this downtrend got broken over here. This downtrend got broken over here. I think this first downtrend first got broken up here, and then this this big downtrend up here got broken up here. And right now we have this downtrend needs to be broken, but this is a very important level right now, around 32, something like that. That goes to upside. It looks like it's, you know, forming some kind of bottom down here, so, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, if this actually managed to hold. But because if it falls back below down here, it's gonna look bad. Okay, that's it, guys. I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Thanks for watching the show. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, almost daily, maybe see you tomorrow. And tonight we're gonna probably do a TFN's Club show. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye bye. Where's the stop button? There's the stop button. First thing first.